So I have been thinking, well, actually, I've decided to take a walk, and it's always interesting. Like, so many of us are residents of the area that we live in, but not necessarily a part of the community in some sense of the word, right? So I think being a part of a community means that you have connection outside your neighbor, outside of maybe your children being a part of a particular soccer team or a basketball team, but true community connections. And if you're from the Caribbean, you're used to knowing your neighbors. You're used to saying, Mass Charlie, haven't seen you in a while, how are you doing? Or Miss Bev, how are the grandkids? Unfortunately, when you migrate, or maybe for someone like me who is not necessarily maybe the most social, or it takes me a while to really accept people in my circle, it is not that easy building a sense of community. And how many other people can relate to migrating and feel like you are in a constant phase of seeking to find balance, seeking to find connection, finding fulfillment in your job, obviously, in your church community, and the connections that you have built, but also having a great desire for something more. And sometimes it may mean coming up with your own, with your own group, right? Because sometimes what you're experiencing, other people are experiencing that as well. Drop down in the comment below, what have you done as a person who has migrated to a different place, different country, different community? What have you done to navigate that space and build a sense of community, a sense of belonging, or just basically feeling like your purpose goes way beyond you as an individual? There are so many people who have different needs. Wow. Okay. I'm really tired. But it's so beautiful walking through. Whew. It's so beautiful walking through the woods. There's only a few people that I have seen because obviously it's in the middle of the day. But I think everyone should take the opportunity to enjoy nature, because it is in the middle of nature like this that you find stillness, that you can find peace, that you can find clarification, and of course you can lose your breath if you don't have water with you. But to hear the birds chirping, to hear the sound of the wind blowing against the tree, it reminds you that God is still in the midst of each journey that you're on. All right, there's someone walking ahead of me. Perfect. But yes, so it is, I can't see the wind, right? But I can feel its presence on my skin. I can hear it by the movements of the trees. And it, oh, mosquito. And it reminds me that even though sometimes it's hard to be still, it's hard to not be feeling a sense of control over the things that you deem necessary for you to control. By being in nature, it reminds you that if God provides shade, water, even on periods when there's drought, for these trees to still stand still and grounded. If you live in certain part of the country where these trees look like they're half dead in the winter, and then in the summer they fulfill their purpose of such beautification. And so if you are experiencing doubt, if you're experiencing fatigue in your life, if you are experiencing stagnancy, if you are experiencing a sense of not feeling like you belong, feeling like you're a part of a community, take a walk. Take a step out to your closest reservation or preservation. Preserve your thoughts, preserve your peace. Take a walk to your closest park. Get off your room, change your curtains, open your windows, and let some light come in, because it's through this interaction with yourself and nature that you can find your purpose, you can find your peace, you can find your sense of belonging and your direction. Don't give up on your dreams. Remember, you do not have to deter them. You can modify them. It's not a race. It's that you stay on your journey, and every step, every minute, every hour, and every small achievement or contribution to that goal matters. Be encouraged.